You know, I thought I did much better at not overdoing it and buying too many books in June 2024. Thought for sure I've got less than I did in May. And that is true. But somehow I still got over 40 books in this book haul. What's up, beasties? Welcome back. It's it's Triple B, your friendly neighborhood bearded book beast. I'm so glad you're here today. It is a new month. It is July. So that means it's time to do a good old-fashioned book haul for last month, the month of June 2024. I'm going to look at what books I got in subscription boxes. I'm going to look at what books I got at Amazon, Barnes & Noble, Thrifting, Facebook Market, Pango Books. There's just too many opportunities for me to get books, and I can't help myself. Which I do, like I said in the last one, I am going to need to do an unhaul soon. So coming up this month, I'm going to do a bookshelf tour, and I'm also going to do a video where we go through some books I'm on the fence about, and you help me decide what to unhaul. So that should be fun. But anyway, right now, we can be excited about what we got, because I got over 40 books here that I'm excited about, and I want to share with you. So if you haven't yet, grab yourself a snack or a thirst-quenching refreshment, like I got my water here, flavorized with a little black cherry flavoring. So good. Sit back, relax, and let's go through my June 2024 book haul. All right, let's get this party started, right? Yeah. All right. So first off, going to talk about special editions, box, subscription boxes. Good gravy. Subscription boxes, books. Subscription box books that I got. First off, this is actually a Kickstarter special edition. I backed Daniel Green's Witch of Sin, book 1 of Neon Ghosts, and this was in my mid-year tag, freakout tag, as the most beautiful book I got so far this year. It is just gorgeous, beautiful cover, awesome pink sprayed edges, beautiful naked hardcover. It's got a really nice signature page signed in silver marker there. Just love this book, and I read the ebook of it back in the fall when it came out in that form, and I loved it. I thought it was really good. Did a short book review on the channel for it. Got a 4.0 out of 5.0, which means it's a full beard book, which is very good. And I just think Daniel Green's gotten better with every book he's written. And I enjoy this world and these characters, and I cannot wait for book 2 in Neon Ghost whenever that comes out. All right, next up, I'm part of GSFF, which is Goldsboro Science Fiction and Fantasy. And their book of June was Lord of the Empty Isles by Jules Arbeau. And this is a beautiful cover, stunning, very nice sprayed edges. No end papers, which was interesting. They usually always do. Nice naked hardcover. And this book sounds really good, and it's a shorter one, so I can't wait to read this one. Love me some good, interesting short fantasy books. I'll tell you what it says. It says, Ash, dried flowers, and a drop of blood. Remy has all he needs to avenge his brother's death. 5 years ago, interstellar pirate Adrian Delasille ordered a withering, or a death curse, cast on Remy's brother, costing him his life. Now Remy is ready to return the favor. Only when he casts the withering, it also rebounds back onto him. The implications are unthinkable that Remy is fate-bound to his brother's killer. The only way to slow the curse is to close the distance between them, so Remy infiltrates Idrin's criminal crew, hiding his identity as the Witherer. But Remy quickly learns that Idrian is the sole provider of life-saving supplies to thousands of innocents, and if he dies, they will too. With more at stake now than just revenge, Remy must find a way to break the curse. Too bad for him, the only way to stop a withering is to kill the Witherer himself. Will make you laugh and cry in equal measure, it says. One curse, two sworn enemies, thousands of lives in the balance. Sounds really good. Definitely want to check that one out. Bound to heal, bound to harm. Lord of the Empty Isles. Can't wait to check out that one. All right, then Broken Binding stuff. Got my subscription book of the month for June was the third and final book of Lies of Lockamora, Republic of Thieves by Scott Lynch. I am a tier 2 subscriber, so I get the books, the gorgeous books, which I love, but they're not signed. I don't get any of the extra goodies, so I can't wait till I eventually become tier 1. But this was just gorgeous, beautiful end papers, the sprayed edges. The naked hardcover on these is incredible. Just so pretty and so smooth. This is awesome. I have not read Lies of Lockamora, but I need to because that's my favorite kind of thing. Kind of the grim, dark, gritty world. I love like the ragtag crew and the thieves and the heists, and like it's got everything I love, so I know I'm going to love it. Definitely need to read that. And then the last one I got from Broken Binding, I got on my own. So this one was, of course, signed. But Service Model by Adrian Chafowski. I can never say his name right. Gorgeous sprayed edges. Great end papers. This cyberpunk world with droids and stuff. Gorgeous hardcover. I love that. This is Charles. He's the main character of the book. He's a service, like, housekeeper droid, butler droid. And he has a glitch, kills his owner, and then that's where the story goes. From there, him trying to figure out what happened and where he fits into place in the world after that horrible incident. My special edition subscription box, no book of the month for this book haul. There will be again next month, but I did use my skip because there was not one fantasy or sci-fi option on their choices for book of the month, and there usually is always a genre for every genre. Sometimes it's romantasy, which I like romantasy, but there wasn't even one of those. So no sci-fi, no sci-fi, no fantasy, no romantasy, no YA fantasy, no fantasy or sci-fi to be found. So I skipped it. Let that be a lesson to you, book of the month. But there will be one in July because there was a very good option that I am excited about. So those were my subscription box books. Let's go on to the next. All right, next up we're going to talk about self-pub books that I got in the month of June. So I did do one book that I pre-ordered, and that was Hell for Hire by Rachel Aaron. Awesome cover. This awesome demon character on the front. She looks really cool. And Rachel Aaron did Nice Dragons Finish Last, Legend of Eli Monpress, and Minimum Wage Magic. 3 self-pub series I've always wanted to check out, and she did all of them, so I really need to start reading her stuff. Thought this was a great start. It also has a really cool naked hardcover, just with the Hell for Hire font. But this has pretty generous font and spacing on the pages, and it's a shorter book already. So this should be one I should be able to fly through and sneak it in sometime soon. The tagline is Demons, Witches, God Kings, just another gig. So I guess there's like a thing on the inside flap that's pretty short. I'll read you the one on the back because it sounds cool. Okay, here we go. I'll let you look at this gorgeous cover while I read. The Crew, a hulked-out wrath demon who eats gamer rage and loves cats. A shape-shifting lust demon who enjoys their food a bit too much. And a void demon who doesn't see the point of any of this. They're not the sort of mercenaries you'd hire on purpose, but Bex Wouldn't trust her life to anyone else. How cool of a name is that? Bex, Bex. That's cool. Ever since the ancient Mesopotamian king Gilgamesh decided death wasn't for him, killed the gods, conquered the afterlife, time have been rough for a free demon. But the denizens of the nine hells aren't the quitting sort, and Bex and her team have been choking a living out of the eternal king's lackeys for years. It's not honest work, but when heaven itself declares you a non-person, you smash and grab what you can get. The next gig looks more of the same until Bex meets the client. The job. Adrian Blackwood is a witch with a problem. His family has skirted the edges of King Gilgamesh's ire for centuries. Thanks to a decision he made as a child, Adrian is personally responsible for putting his entire coven in heaven's crosshairs. Determined to set things right, he drags his broom, cauldron, and talking cat. Oh man, all these animals. Awesome stuff. Thousands of miles across the country to Seattle, where he can fight the Eternal King's warlocks without bringing the rest of his family into the fray. But witchcat craft, like all crafts, takes time, and if the warlocks catch him before his spells are ready, he's dead. So he does what any professional witch would do, and he hires a team of mercenaries to keep the warlocks off his back. He didn't expect to get demons, but when you're already on the killing edge of heaven's bad side, what's a bit more fuel to the fire, huh? I know it's a little longer than the inside flap, but just sounds so cool. Excited about that one. Then the other self-pub book I got was Thrice. Needle and Leaf, Book 1 by Andrew D. Meredith. Awesome guy. Very good author. Very nice guy. Awesome. He has a YouTube channel too. Him and his wife both write really good books. And this is where I wanted to start with him because I've always wanted to read this series. It's about a dad and a son on the run, traveling somewhere, and it's really good. I've already read like 5 chapters just like that because it's so good. Definitely you should check this one out. I got a signed copy of this from him, and I love it. All right, so that is my self-pub stuff for the month of June. Let's move on to things I purchased on Amazon and Barnes & Noble. All right, so first up, Amazon. All right, so I had the first special edition of The Expanse, Leviathan Wakes. That was like one of the first special editions with the sprayed edges. It has like those pink, hot pink sprayed edges. Such a cool book. I think I have it up there. I don't know if you can see it. Way up there. I don't think so. I don't think you probably can. I don't know. I forget how much you can see. Look for it on the bookshelf. But I've been wanting to get the second and third one because they've done the first 3. And I kept saying, I'll wait till I start that series. But it just looks so lonely on the shelf. And I had to be kind and help out Leviathan Wakes and get Abaddon's Gate. Beautiful blue sprayed edges. Come on now. Look at this. Look at that. And look at these orange end papers. Look at how good that looks together. Oh, man. I mean, I'm a sucker for sprayed edges, man. And of course, look at this. On the inside, that's sweet. That was Abaddon's Gate. Put this back on, yeah. Wait a minute. It's actually the third book, right? Look at this one. This is sweet. Caliban's War. That looks sweet right there. Red sprayed edges. Check this out. Red in paper. Oh, man. Of course. That looks awesome. I mean, these are incredible. You just get them on Amazon or anywhere, and they're inexpensive and just gorgeous. Just like those Dune special editions. I got all those too, man. I'm a sucker for those. So I did get those. I couldn't resist anymore. Looks great on the shelf. Then everyone's been talking about Simon Jimenez, Spear Cuts Through Water, so I had to get it. I love a good floppy paperback. Look at that flop. Okay. But that's some solid plot, man, where you can just sit and read it. Ooh, this page I opened to sounds very interesting. All right, next up we have a book that I've been wanting to read. It is by Alex White, and I have their other series. It is the first book's called Big Ship at the Edge of the Universe. I love Firefly. You'll see that when I do a big bookshelf tour soon. But that is similar kind of to supposed to be to Firefly. So I definitely want to check that one out. But they have their newest series. They have written one book in it. The second book is coming out this fall. So I wanted to get the first book. Love the cover. Love the concept. It is called August Kitco and the Mechas from Space. We've got like a Transformer-like character on the front there. This pink, yellow, and blue combo is awesome. Neon-y. I think the new one has like purple and neon green. Looks really sweet. But I want to read this so that I'm ready for that one when it comes out. Kind of the spine, that cool mecha character. It's basically about this rock star who these aliens are coming, so like people think it's the end of the world, and he's doing like a performance for his fans and stuff as the world's gonna end. And so these Transformers show up from outer space. They take August and they say, "We need your help to fight these aliens to save your planet and the universe." And it just sounds hilarious, epic space opera with a lot of humor in it. So excited to read this one before the second book comes out in the fall. Then there's a new book in June that released that I thought sounded cool, and when I saw that it came in the short, small hardcovers that I love, I just had to get it. It's called Running Close to the Wind by Alexandra Rowland. This is kind of a pirate, seafaring heist adventure. The main character has stolen a secret from some evil empire, and they're after him, and he goes to an ex that they don't get along with because she's a famous pirate. So he goes to his ex. They're a famous pirate, and he thinks that they'll be able to help him. So they kind of go on this quest with some other people on the ship, where he's going to try to sell this secret on the black market and make a huge profit. But of course, they're being chased by these bad people that want to get the secret back. And we don't know what the secret is. It's a mystery. But also the high seas have monsters and stuff, of course. So it just sounds like a lot of fun. Looking forward to reading that one soon. I just love these little hardcovers, I'm telling you. And then the last two are ones I'm going to read this month. The Witchstone by Henry Neff. Got that through Amazon, pre-ordered it. This is a beautiful hardcover. There's Laszlo, the demon, on the front. It's about him. He's in charge of a curse. A cool naked hardcover. A family curse. He gets into some trouble, and he requests the help of one of the people that's in the family that's being cursed. She's trying to use him to get the curse lifted. He's trying to use her to get out of his own problems. And it'll be interesting to see how their adventure goes. And Darter's War by Christopher Buehlman. I'm going to be reading this month. I'm going to be doing a vlog at some point this month where I read this and Black Tongue Thief back to back and give my thoughts, because I haven't read that one yet and I've always wanted to. This is a prequel to that, so looking forward to that. Again, the short hardcovers, Black Tongue Thief is the same. Alright, so that is what I got from Amazon. Now we can talk about the things that I got from Barnes & Noble. Alright, first up I got The Saints of Wolves and Butchers by Alex Gressian. This sounded like a really fun book. It's about a character who is hunting Nazis that have been surviving the United States. I really love the show The Hunters on Amazon Prime. If you haven't watched it, you should. It's really good, about Nazi hunters. So it just sounds really good. And yeah, I'm going to check it out. I have the Red Rabbit by Alex Gressian. I thought he wrote something else that I have. But on my weekly wrap up, I'm going to talk about a short story set in the Red Rabbit world that I read that was awesome. So I'll be talking about Alex Gressian more. I thought I had another book by them. Maybe I don't. I don't know. But anyway, excited about this one. Then I got really big into not Farscape. I cannot talk today. I'm mixing everything up. Got really into Fallout and tried to find more like comics and novels set in like a post-apocalyptic world similar to that. And one that I kept seeing people talk about was a classic that they said really is like a big heavy hitter in that post-apocalyptic wasteland type setting, and that is A Canticle for Lebowitz by Walter M. Miller. So grab this when I was at Barnes & Noble because it's pretty short, and I was really into that at the time, so looking forward to reading that. Then I got a nice little novella to read for one of my novella months soon here. It's A Psalm for the Wild Built, the first book of Monk and Robot by Becky Chambers. She does the Long Way to a Small Angry Planet. I have that first book of her other series I haven't read yet, but definitely going to check this one out. I've always wanted to. Looks good, sounds good. About a robot and a monk, kind of a post-apocalyptic world. And then you'll see in my thrift store book, I found a good deal on the first 3 books in a popular cozy mystery fantasy. So I was kind of thinking about those when I was at Barnes & Noble, and they have their buy one, get one half off. So I was looking at the half off sections to pair with one of these other ones I got. And I found Death and Croissants by Ian Moore. It's about a guy, an Englishman who runs like a bed and breakfast, and someone gets murdered, and he's trying to figure it out, and it just sounds fun, cozy. So excited about that one. And then I've heard about this one for years, and it's a very nice, again, floppy paperback, and it has a cool texturized cover. So I don't know when or if I'll ever read this one. I probably will someday. But A Little Life by Hanya Yanagara. It's supposed to be kind of like contemporary fiction, funny, a group of friends and roommates in New York City. I love Friends, the show. I'm sure this is nothing like it, but just sounds like it could be interesting to maybe read on the side here and there and check it out, since it's one that a lot of people have talked about. Some people say it's great, some people say it's terrible, so we'll see where I land. This was a monthly pick for Barnes & Noble. I actually got this probably in April, and I forgot to talk about it so far on the channel, but I do want to read it. It sounds really good. It says, "You look better as a ghost." She's a serial killer that only kills bad people, and she can see ghosts and have premonitions and see people's ghosts before they die, and she kind of somehow knows if someone's evil and has done bad stuff, but it just sounds really good. But the tagline says, I have a gift. I see people's ghosts before they die. Of course, it helps that I'm the one killing them. So yeah, this sounds good. I really want to check that one out. And then I got this one because Charlie Houston or Huston, I've always said Houston, but I really liked this vampire series he did back in the day. I'll have to look up what it's called and find them, because I read them from the library a long time ago, and I really liked them, and I didn't know he had a new sci-fi series out, but it's called Catch Penny by Charlie Houston, about a character Sid Catchpenny. He's a thief. It says he travels through mirrors in search of magical curiosities, a video game that threatens to spill out of the virtual world, a doomsday cult on collision course with destiny, and a missing teenager at the center of it all. With the world on the brink, every kind of apocalypse, humanity needs a hero. But what it gets instead is Sid Catchpenny. So that sounds pretty good. I'm excited to read that one because I really loved his vampire series. Man, I wish I could remember what that was called. I feel like the main character's name was Joe something. Dang it. He was very cool, kind of like a detective urban fantasy thing where he was the main character's vampire. Anyway, the other new book I got is from Zoe Makuda, and I want to check out her series called Gear Breakers. It looks really cool. It's like big, like Pacific Rim, like bots that battle each other. But she had a brand new book out, and I thought, oh, I ripped the dust jacket a little. I thought I would check this one out first and see how I liked her work. It's supposed to be kind of a gory violent retelling of what is it? Uh, Alice in Wonderland. It's called Off with Their Heads. Sounds pretty cool. Um, so yeah, definitely gonna check that one out. It has an awesome cover. Then my last two I got at Barnes & Noble were a couple of Haruki Murakami books. Hard-Boiled Wonderland at the End of the World and Kafka on the Shore. I've always wanted to check out his books, and I'll show you why when I start my thrift books next. But I wanted to get these because they're a little bit shorter and they're very popular. I want to see how I like his work. I've heard good things about those. And the reason why I got those was because when I was thrifting, move these over here, I found his book 1Q84, books 1 and 2. And this one is, of course, a chunky book. And I figured there's just a little something on the naked hardcover. Figured I'd check out his smaller books and see how I like his work before I check out this beast. But I did find that, and that was awesome. Thrift finds. Some of these you might have seen on my top 15 thrift haul books of all time. But I found a really pretty perfect condition copy of Legion by Brandon Sanderson. Getting into his Cosmere. This isn't in the Cosmere, but I want to get all his books. So I found this one, and it was in great shape. I love when there's little surprise things on some of these naked hardcovers. Purple end papers, but excited to read that one. Guy with a bunch of personalities. And this was what I was talking about with that croissants, Death and Croissants. I found the first 3 books of Richard Osman's Thursday Murder Club at when I was thrifting, and they're in really good shape. One of them I think has a little tear in the back cover, but otherwise they look great, and I've always wanted to read these, so excited about that. I also found Matthew Perry. Like I said, I love Friends, and I was so sad when Matthew Perry passed, and I've always wanted to read his book, so I found a great hardcover copy of it at the thrift store in really good shape. So excited to read that. And then another big chunky contemporary fiction book that is a tough read, but a lot of people talk about that I want to check out eventually. Infinite Jest by David Foster Wallace. Found this one. This thing is a brick. It's huge. Takes place in a halfway house and tennis training camp or something. But definitely want to check that one out eventually. And then I just have a couple more thrift finds. I also got another chunky one, Pandemic by A.J. Riddle. They write a lot of post-apocalyptic type books like this, and I've heard good things about it. So I love these big chunky paperbacks. Can't resist them when I see them when they're in great shape at the thrift store. And then I found a couple of Harry Turtledove alternate history books. These just always catch my eye. They're just cool looking. And I don't know. I have to look up. If anyone's read Harry Turtledove, knows where to start with his stuff. This is the Settling Accounts book 1 and 2. And I don't know where even to start with his stuff. If you go all the way back to the very beginning and he changes history for a long time and jumps to different time periods, or if they're all standstill and he just focuses on changing one thing, or if they're all connected. I don't know. I got to look into more about him because that is interesting. All right, so that's my thrift finds for June. I'll show you quick my Pango buys. And then the last part we have will just be some Facebook Marketplace. So the first thing I got on Pango was City of Thieves by David Benioff. This one I got because John at Talking Story talked about this book, and he's just such a good salesman. When he talks about books and pitches them, you just want to read them. And I did start this one, and it is really good so far. It's about during World War II, and it's about a Jewish boy that was kind of hiding out in a city that Nazis have taken over. I think Leningrad, yeah. And then a defector soldier. They're both captured, and the colonel has like his daughter's wedding coming up, and he says, "Hey, you can earn your freedom. I'll let you go eggs for this cake we want to make for my daughter's wedding." So these two are just off on this adventure, and I'm sure it's very sad but very funny so far at the same time. So I'm looking forward to reading through that one. Then I got Saturday Night Ghost Club. I think it was either in the same shop as either this one or my next one I'm going to show you. And this is just a short one I've always wanted to read. It's like this group of kids. So it's supposed to be a little slice of life. Very similar. Maybe coming of age, slice of life, similar to Stranger Things kind of group that and deals with some ghosts and supernatural stuff, but it's supposed to be really good. Then Wind Witch. Then I thought this was the third one, but this is actually the fourth one. So if I like Truth Witch, I'll have to find the third one. This is Blood Witch. Very cool covers. I think Sight Witch is the third book. Unless this is the third and Sight Witch is the fourth. Let me see. Nope. Yeah, this is the fourth. I'll have to find Sight Witch. But those are in great shape. Gorgeous hardcovers. Let's see, is there anything? Nope, nothing on that. Naked hardcover. And then I found Starsight and Skyward. First two books in the Skyward series by Brandon Sanderson. These are gorgeous hardcovers. Definitely want to check out that eventually. Getting Everything by Sanderson. And I've always wanted to read Octavia E. Butler, so I found Kindred on Facebook Market and Parable of the Sower and Parable of the Talents, both in great shape. Love these. So I'm excited to read some Octavia Butler. And then the final one I found was a popular one right now that's going around is The Heaven and Earth Grocery Store by James McBride. A gorgeous hardcover. Got it for like $1. It's just awesome. I love finding great book finds. And I think that's it. I probably missed some, but this was enough. So thank you so much for being here. I hope you enjoyed this book haul. Let me know. If you haven't yet, please like and subscribe. It'll help the channel grow. I'm not going anywhere. I'm going to keep making videos every day, so I'd love to see you back here for future videos. Go ahead and leave me a comment. Let me know what books you picked up, how many, which ones, what your favorite ones were. Let me know if you've read any of these or what you think about them. Or just say hello, because I love that too. So until I see you in the next video, beasties, devour those TBRs, be brave, be beautiful to one another, and be beastly. We'll see ya.